Miss New Love, and you're watching GoalDiggers. Today in the studio we have a great man. He is called Myx Quest, and he's a composer, music producer, and a businessman. But before we speak to him about his career and his latest single, which is the most important thing of today's show, I'd like to say a big thank you to Omega House Multimedia Company, who are our main sponsors. They power Omega Live TV, which you're watching right now. We're live on Facebook and also live on YouTube. Omega House is situated in North London. Nearest tube station is Seven Sisters and Overground also. We're right next to Uncle John's Bakery, so you cannot miss Omega House Multimedia Company for all your media needs, printing, covering of events, name it, everything media, they do it. So once again, thank you, Omega House. So yes, as I said, we have an amazing, great guy, mogul in the making in the studio. He goes by the name of Myx Quest. Thank you, Myx,
how you doing?
For joining me today.
Yeah, good, thank you. That was a nice intro.
I try.
Nice intro, thank you very much.
I try. But we finally got you here.
Yeah, I know.
Because you're always traveling the world.
It's just, I just like the sun. I just like to get back home as much as possible.
Yeah. I can tell.
Especially now when it's getting cold like this, I'm just ready to go back, man.
I can feel it. Year of return. You ready for all that?
Listen, my year of return was like 2009 or something.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, I think it'll be good. I think it'll be quite hectic though.
Yeah, it's going to be real congested this year.
I think a lot of the parties, Afro Nation, all that, I think it's going to be in the car, in traffic.
Are you planning to go to any of them?
Yeah, should be able to, yeah.
Doing your thing, innit?
Yeah, we'll see how it goes,
With
man.
all the artists.
Are you coming?
No, I'm not.
No?
No. I don't do Ghana.
Exclusive.
Christmas, peak seasons,
No, fair enough. Yeah.
So, Myx, let's just go into it.
Let's go into it.
Yeah, let's go into it. So, you were born in London, you're a London guy.
London and West London.
West London.
West London, yeah.
Why West London?
No, because you North London people, it's like loud, everyone's South London, West London.
West London.
Yeah.
So what's the difference? Well, what's so great about West London people?
We're just like, we're just different people, innit?
You're just doing your thing.
Yeah. No, but obviously, listen, it's all love, innit? Do you know what I mean? It's nothing deep. Let's not create no postcode wars. It's not that serious.
No, it's not. It's not that deep. So yeah, main reason you're here, you're a music producer.
Yeah.
And a businessman.
Yeah.
Which we're going to talk about because you do a lot.
Yeah, I'm sure you've got lots of questions.
I do have a lot of questions.
Yeah, let's get into it. Yeah.
So you grew up in Ghana. You were born in London.
Well, I grew up in London, but I went to Ghana for a bit.
Yeah.
There's a section where, when I was around, how old was that? Like basically like secondary school kind of time. I went to secondary school in Ghana. Okay. And then came back.
Okay, so you went to the prestigious...
Oh, what, the school?
Yeah, in Ghana.
Yeah.
What was the name of the school?
What, Fantipim?
Yes, Fantipim.
Why don't you say it? You should say it. Because you tried to dodge it. You tried to get me to say it.
I'm really bad with pronunciation. So you went to Fantipim.
Yeah, I went to Al-Sid Academy. Which is the JSS, then I went to Fantipim, yeah.
And how was that? I mean, I know you did great. I know you had a great academic...
Yeah, it was, yeah. I mean, it was good, like, it was really good schools and stuff. Al-Sid is in Jolu. Okay. So that was just like normal JSS, like day school. And then Fantipim's in Cape Coast. So that was like real fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after secondary school, when you came to the UK, back to the UK to continue?
Yeah, because so basically I didn't I did like a couple of years there, and then I came back, and then like carried on, like college, blah blah blah. Do you know what I mean?
So you're a music guy, you're a music producer. At what stage in your life did you realise you had this passion for music? Composing? Because you actually are a composer.
Yeah. So at what stage did I have the compositional side or just music in general?
The compositional side, because
I
mean, I think there's a difference between composers.
There's definitely a difference. Yeah,
I think.
So composition. So I've been producing for a while. I've been doing music for a while. I've been a musician as well at church for a while. I'd always been like a huge fan of like film scores and like soundtracks, like string arrangements, stuff like that. And then a few years ago, actually, I decided that I wanted to actually go and study like orchestration and composition and stuff.
Okay, so it's more of a recent thing.
Well, based on qualification, yes. Like, so yeah, I think I finished. When was it? I did a full-time degree for like 3 years.
Wow.
I finished it. I think it was last year or the year before.
And that was in composing music. Okay.
Yeah.
Because earlier on,
because I'd always been doing it as part of the production, but you know, there's doing it, and then there's like really taking it to the next level, which I wanted to do. So you know, done like conducting, obviously like arranging, scoring, orchestration, that kind of stuff.
Because I saw a video clip of you somewhere. I can't remember where exactly, and you were doing all the. And I was like, look at Mike's doing this thing.
Yeah. So like that was a real experience. That was really, really good, and it just kind of just made me more confident in that area. And I'm just that kind of guy. I don't like to blag stuff. Like if I say I'm doing something,
you want to do
I want to be able to fully do it. You know. So that's when the compositional side, from a qualification perspective. Yeah.
But earlier on, you did study music.
Yeah. So I'd studied music before, and then, I mean, before I'd studied music, I was just doing music. Like naturally, I guess it was something that was always like there, really.
But I mean, to do music was it for first degree or just higher education?
It was higher education. It was even before that I was doing it anyway. It was just bought the equipment and started doing it.
So it's just been in you. Was it something your parents noticed that you?
They both supported it. They both supported it. You know. My dad's always been into music. My mum likes music. You know, she would buy me stuff if I wanted it, like keyboards or whatever. So, yeah, the support's been there. And then church also played a big part of that as well. Like from a musician perspective, like playing at church and stuff. Like particularly like keyboard and stuff.
So that's something you was always doing from a young age, playing.
Yeah, I was always playing, but no, not church. I haven't been playing like maybe for the past like maybe 10 years or less. Do you see what I mean? Yeah. But before that I was playing keyboard and stuff, but more from a studio perspective, which is a bit different from playing as a live musician. Do you know what I mean?
Oh wow, I'm learning, isn't it?
Yeah, because if you're in the studio and you're creating, you know, you can take your time, you can figure out, you've got time to figure stuff out, whereas if you're playing for somebody live, then you've got to kind of there is no time to do anything. You've got to rehearse, you've got to, do you know what I mean? So it's a little bit of a different type of musicianship. You know, so, you know, say you've got a singer in church and they're on stage and they just start singing a random song and you've got to just be able to play along. That's a whole nother skill that you've got to learn how to do.
Okay, interesting. We're learning.
Yeah.
So we have Myx Quest in the studio today. He is a music producer / composer / businessman.
I like it, yes.
/ We're going to get into all that. So please share this. We're live on YouTube, Omega Live TV.
I need to share this, actually.
Yeah, we need his phone back, guys. We're live on Omega Live TV on YouTube and also live here on Facebook. So, Myx, you're going to kill me, sorry.
No, it's all good. You know the full name's Myx Alawi Michael Kofi Quest, so take your pick.
You hear that, guys? He's got a long name, but...
Whichever. I'm trying to figure out how to share this. Like, this is all nuts.
But his name, for branding purposes, is Myx Quest. So, Michael, you've worked as a record producer for a long time.
Yeah.
And, like, professionally.
Yeah.
In the mainstream music industry.
Yeah.
So you've worked with a lot of artists worldwide. Can you talk us through a bit about this?
What do you want to know?
I want to know. Okay, let's go. When was the first time you had your first break? Because obviously you've been working in the music industry for a while.
Yeah, okay.
But when did you have your first hit record? Like, when did you think, you know, okay, I've been doing this for a while, but I feel like I've made it, like,
okay,
I'm actually a producer.
So the first, like, break, if you will.
Sorry, guys, he's just trying to
do
a little bit of sharing on Instagram.
You got to do all of this stuff.
It is.
It's like, it's so necessary these days, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
So the first break that I had was, I had a studio in Shepherd's Bush, and there was an artist called Nina Jane.
Okay. I think I've heard of her. Yeah,
she'd won a MOBO
award.
Yeah, for Unsung MOBO Award at the time.
Okay.
I got called in to like produce some tracks.
Okay. With
her and stuff. She got signed to BMG at the time, and then Sony BMG, and some of the tracks that I did got released as like singles.
Okay.
There was one particular that was like on Radio 1 and blah blah blah. And I mean, I was quite young at the time.
Okay.
So like late teens, like or maybe.
So it was quite a while back.
Yeah, maybe about 20 or something like that. And it was just like it all happened so quick, and it was like almost to the point where when you think it's normal. Like, oh yeah, your stuff's on Radio 1, blah blah blah, it's normal, just, you know what I'm saying?
Because I see you in Capital Extra these days, like.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not easy, like, to get your stuff, like, to that level, but that was like the first break, and then just continued from there, really. But that was like the first major, like, had to get a lawyer, had to sign contracts.
That's when your music business,
exactly,
came into play.
Yeah. But I mean, I still had to get representatives and stuff, because you can't do it yourself. It wouldn't be smart to do that. But that was the first. And
things were a lot different those days, because the music industry worked a little bit differently in terms of royalties and all that.
Yeah. I mean, yes and no. I think the principles are all still the same. But
the technology's changed. Well, there's technology now, actually.
Exactly.
Whereas before there wasn't all the iTunes.
Well, it wasn't. Exactly.
Spotify. And
exactly. Yeah. So a lot of it was all about physical sales and stuff. Social media was just coming into it. So you would like, what was around those days? Like, I don't know, like MySpace and stuff like that started to come through. Yeah.
So do you find it easier now or then?
Easier to do what?
Collect royalties.
No, I mean, royalty collection is just, I mean, the collection agencies, they just do, that's their job, do you know what I mean? I just check my bank. But, I mean, I guess it's just different now, because on one hand, there's less royalty streams on one area, but then on the other hand, there's more royalty streams because there's more platforms, but then it's less money, but then it adds up to be more. It's like, it's just different.
Okay.
Like, for example, like that, if you get one play on Spotify, it's like 0.006 pence. Do you know what I mean? So to even make 1p, like 1 penny, you need like about 100 plays or something. Wow. That's to make 1 penny. But then if you're getting 25 million streams, you know what I mean? You're getting 1 million, you're getting roughly about £5,000. So it's all different swings and roundabouts, really.
I understand. Makes sense why you're a businessman and you've ventured into doing other things.
Yeah.
Because if you just focus on the music alone.
Well, I mean, you can be very successful with doing the music alone, to be fair. It's not impossible. People are doing it. People are definitely doing it. I like doing lots of things just because I just enjoy doing stuff.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? So it's not so much as a supplement of the music. It's more just because I just really...
You have different interests.
Yeah, I just kind of like just love doing lots of stuff.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
So you worked with Matthew Knowles, who's Beyonce's dad.
Yep.
How did you manage to work with him, and what was that all about? Enlighten us.
Yeah, so funny enough, so the same guy who signed the record with the Nina Jane and all that, he was at A&R at BMG and Sony BMG.
Darren Dixon?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I used to follow him because, believe it or not, when I was young, I wanted to be at A&R.
Okay,
and I did
so
work
yeah.
experience at BMG.
Oh, so you did, yeah. So
Yeah,
Darren,
so-
so Darren, we kept in contact, and he'd already worked with Destiny's Child because he was at BMG and stuff. So he had the relationship. Then there was a period when Matthew Knowles came over, and there was a program called Chances.
Okay.
I was on Channel 4. It was like a talent search thing,
Okay.
and then the prize was you get signed to Music World in Houston.
Okay.
And you know, there was quite a few people that entered and stuff, some really good acts and stuff. And once the program had completed, I guess Matthew Knowles was looking for a team to be based here
in the UK.
So Darren told me about it. We connected, and then we kind of like developed the idea from what originally it was just supposed to more be like a point person, and then you know, we decided to kind of pitch for it to actually be a much bigger establishment.
Okay.
We went there, pitched it, and then it went through.
It.
Yeah, so from then onwards, you
so
know,
what did you
a
pitch
team.
to him briefly?
Well, it was like to have like a base, like a Music World Europe.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Rather than just having a representative. So that worked out really well.
And how long did that go on for? I mean,
a few years. It went on for a few years.
okay.
Yeah, that went on for a few
I
years.
see you're still trying to figure it out.
Listen, you know the social media thing, it's a full-time job, you know. It's definitely a full-time job. Like, guys, next time you do an interview, come with your social media person.
And just let them do
And
it,
just let
innit?
them
Because
do
this
it.
is live, innit?
Yeah.
But
So,
that's the
yeah.
beauty of live TV.
Yeah,
I mean,
but people are tuned in, so.
they're tuning in.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that's great. So in 2004, you founded the Q Collective, which
Okay,
is your
yeah.
umbrella.
Yeah, that was the brand at the time. Yeah, the Q. Yeah, so it was like the Q Collective was, yeah, like the parent company. Yeah.
And I'm guessing the Q's from Quest.
The Q meant so many different things, like Quest, but then it was like the quadrant because, you know, like our movement, we kind of felt like music-wise and just drive-wise, we were kind of like a niche group of people because there was a few of us that were kind of like just doing our own thing. Do you see what I mean? At the time, you know.
So you rebranded in 2007.
Okay. I say okay because I can't remember the date.
I'm just going by what I read.
If you say so, cool. Okay, yeah, but yeah, probably, yeah.
So
if it's in the bio.
So from 2004 to 2007, what was going on in your life?
There was more artists, more production. I even put out like a kind of mixtape album. So there was like a whole. So it was called the Q Overdue.
Okay.
So you know, old school people might still have copies. And that featured loads of different. So that was like the first production album that I put out, and it featured loads of different artists and stuff like that. Yeah, and that was like really, really good. And then from then onwards, what else did I do?
And so is that Curve Music?
Yeah. So well, the Q Collective is like Curve.
Okay.
Now, the Q Entertainment.
How do you pronounce it? Curve?
Yeah, Curve.
Curve.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Q Entertainment was more what is now Curve Music. Do you see what I mean? Which was underneath.
And Curve Music is just an independent label that you have.
Yeah, I more call it like a production company as opposed to an independent label.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I more call it, to be fair.
And then you have Glory Roots. We're now going into his various businesses, guys. So we're coming out of the music stuff and going into the other stuff that you do.
Various businesses.
Yes.
I like
so you have Glory Roots. What's Glory Roots all about?
So gloryroots.com is an online. It's an online supermarket.
And what made you start that?
So every time I go to Ghana, there'd always be somebody that would be like, "Oh, fat way bra koto rob bra koto a messy cream or something, some random." You know, and you think to yourself, but it's in London. You can go to
GMTC
or wherever.
But
then I realised some areas don't have, like, if you're in North London, you don't have that problem.
Yeah, we've got it everywhere. Yeah.
But if you're in Bristol, or if you're in Northampton, or if you're in Mexico, you know.
Yeah, there's Ghanaians everywhere in the world.
Exactly. So I decided to set up the business, and it's been a slow burner because I haven't been like pushing it because. Reason being is because there's been lots of steps that I had to kind of tackle in terms of like logistics, like troubleshooting, and that kind of stuff, and eventually it just rolled out naturally.
Okay.
And you know, we got to a point where we just established like loads of like customers.
Okay.
Good customers and stuff, and it really worked out.
Okay.
And it's like
doing well.
Yeah, it's quite busy. I've got orders to process right now.
Busy man. He's busy. He's busy, guys.
So gloryroots.com is like doing really well. So if you want, like, it could be like chewing sticks. It could be
anything from Ghana, basically.
Bitters, that, you know, that kind of stuff.
All that stuff is on Glory Roots, yeah.
Yeah, it's all on Glory Roots. So that's the concept. Yeah, but I mean, we will upscale very soon to a whole nother level, but you know, I won't talk too much about that. You'll probably see that soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then you have Aptica Digital?
Yeah, so Aptica. So I'm one of these people who, like, if I come across an issue that I have to deal with, I'll probably try and make a business out of it at some point. So for example, like, you can imagine all these like brands and all these like businesses, they all needed websites, they all needed logos, they all needed, do you know what I mean? So I'm like constantly like going to people to the point where you're learning how to do it yourself.
Yes.
To the point where you're like, well, I might as well provide this as a service. Like, you know, I mean, like, I've got the team already. Yeah. So many people would come to me and be like, oh yeah, I like your website. Can you do a website for us? Or who did your logo? Or who did your social media? Or who's doing your hosting?
Okay. So that's what Aptica Digital is all about.
Yeah. So it's like, you know, logos, web hosting, graphics design, and then partnered up. At one point, partnered up with another company called Creative Eye Designs. Okay. Who good friend of mine, Ulrich, because he was doing a lot of the work for us. Okay. But then had his own company, and this is why, look, guys, it's collaborate. There's always space. Look, this is a guy. He's got his own brand doing exactly the same thing. You know, my other good friend Kel Darkon, who had his own company.
Kel.
Yeah.
He goes to my church.
Okay, so Kel done a lot of stuff for me, or it done a lot of stuff for me. But then sometimes, depending on how the work comes through, it would go through Aptica, or it would go through Creative Eye Designs, or it would go through Kel Darkon. Like, but it's like people don't understand that concept in our community of it's okay to collaborate. There's enough work going around. You're not going to die just because someone's doing the same thing as you.
Why do you think Ghanaians have that mentality of not wanting to collaborate or share work?
Well, I think it's exactly what I just said, which is people just feel like you're taking food away from them, whereas they don't realize that actually you're exposing yourself more to more work. You know, you go down the road, there's places where you got like 5 chicken shops in a row, and they're all of the same ethnicity. Yeah. And, you know, when this one's running out of chicken wings, they go next door and borrow some chicken wings. Like, it's not that serious. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
It's not that deep.
So I really think that it's important to just see things like that. Do you know what I mean?
And then the last one is Quintessential.
Oh, Quintessential Avant-Garde.
Yes.
So that is something that's getting relaunched. So it started off with being, I think I've sent it to us. I think I've done the social media thing. Charlie, I've tried.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so Quintessential Avant-Garde, at one point I was like designing blazers and stuff, because I really love like tweed stuff, and there was like a period where I was like wearing a lot of, like, again, it was more for myself, and then people were like, oh.
So you turned it into a business.
So I was like, yeah, cool. But then I learned very quickly that, okay, there's only so much one person can do. Do you know what I mean? So I guess I built the foundations of a lot of these things, and then where I could delegate some, delegated some, and where I had to pause some, like Quintessential Avant-Garde, was I paused that. But then.
So what is it? Is it like a label, a clothing label?
Yeah, clothing label. Yeah.
Okay.
But you will see that you'll see that again.
It's coming.
It's already back. Yeah, only because now I've got the time to, and like I said, that was more for me. That was just I wanted something that I could wear for myself.
Yeah,
so it wasn't even really about trying to be the next like designer label or anything. It was like, hey, look, this is my own brand. I just make it for myself. But if you are into it, then you can buy it.
It's a cool name.
Yeah.
It's really different.
So I mean, but again, even the logo for that, like the detail, I don't know if you can see it online, but it took like about 3 months. Because there's like so much detail in the logo, and so like that's a whole nother interview just in terms of what the meanings of each of the symbols. Like from what I can remember, there's like elephants in there. I really love elephants. People that know me, they know that.
You like elephants?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I just think that they're just magnificent creatures. Like they're very calm and collected, but they're the bosses.
Like yourself.
But they don't have to prove it. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like. They're just cool. Like they're not trying. They don't. It's so funny. Like how they don't even really kill. They don't really eat like other. Do you know what I mean?
Other animals. You're right.
Like they eat grass, but like it's not that serious. Like they know their place.
Yeah, that's true. That's
like they're just majestic. Do you know what I mean? But then I love ants as well. Because just when you look at ants and you see how they just work together, like. Listen, if you could put a dead cow in the room and give the ants enough time, that dead cow, as huge as it may be, will be moved
somehow.
Or disintegrated. Like, do you know what I mean? Because they just come together. They come together and they just keep it moving.
Wow.
Throughout the night, throughout the day.
It's true.
You know, so I like the work ethic of ants is like something that I really, really like admire.
It's crazy. And when you have them in your house, getting rid of them is a madness.
Yeah, of course.
It's like,
because listen,
they just come in multitudes.
They come like, and you don't know where they're coming from.
Exactly.
Like they come from beneath the ground. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true. It's true. That's quite interesting.
So yeah, there's a few symbols in the Quintessential Avant-Garde logo that like mean a lot. Yeah,
I must check that out. I haven't actually looked at that, but
out,
And to top everything all off, you co-own an academy in Ghana.
Oh yeah,
family-run business.
Yeah, family-run. Yeah,
which I found so interesting to read about.
Yeah, so Precious Academy. That's in Achimota, New Achimota.
Wow.
Shout out to Mumsy. You know, go and check it out. It's a really, really nice. Yeah.
So is your mum a school teacher?
Yeah. So she used to be here, doing. Kind of like Montessori style teaching for like you know, young people and stuff for quite a few years. So when she went back to Ghana, she started it, and we've all been kind of like getting involved.
That's amazing.
And stuff, and yeah, it's just.
And how's the academy going now?
Yeah, it's going good. It's going good.
Is that part of the reason why you're always back and forth?
Partially, yeah. But I mean, yeah, there's just like. It's just great to just see. It's great to be able to give back as well. Do you know what I mean? Because you know, that's like an area that we grew up in Ghana, like Achimota. So it's just good to have something locally as well to kind of give back. But yeah, it's doing really well. Precious Academy. Yeah.
Wow, so we have Myx Quest in the studio. He's been telling us about his career as a music producer. And now we've gone on to speak about his various businesses. I've just learned he's a fashion designer. I
don't know about that. I don't know if I call myself a fashion designer. I'm just interested in.
I mean, if you're going all out to create a logo.
Yeah. But you know, there's fashion designers out there. That's not please, I bet. Before
so
people come and say, hey, this guy comes to take back. No.
But you do it all. I mean, you do.
I just like a particular type of fashion. Do you know what I mean? I'm just interested in fashion. My wife's into fashion. You know, she got her brand Dolive.
Okay. Dolive.
Yeah.
Okay.
D''OLIVE.
Shout out to the wifey.
I know. Yeah.
Olivia.
So at least I've done my.
I've
done my bit.
Shout out to Olivia. So yeah. Oh, that's amazing. I mean, you must feel so blessed to be so multi-talented, because that's what it is, really.
Yeah, I mean, look, I just think life is short, you know. You've got to, like, put yourself in a position where, like, for me, I've never done a 9 to 5 like that. Like, I've always gone down the route of, even when I had jobs, it was like flexi hours. You know, there's always that guy who finishes at 12 and they're like, well, how comes he's got flexi hours? Or, you know, because I've always wanted to just do my own thing. But I think it's a decision. Like, everyone's got the option to make.
It's that entrepreneurial spirit.
Yeah, but don't get me wrong, I've got friends who, they've been doing the 9 to 5 thing. They're doing very, very, very well. And, you know,
it's just life. But we're talking about you, so
yeah, okay.
I mean, we're talking about you, so
yeah. I mean, for me, that's always been my path. So I try and keep busy.
Okay, so you're also a property developer. Gosh, the list goes on. The list goes on, guys. Please share with everyone, because this guy is just amazing. I mean,
yeah, the property thing. So that started. That my mum actually, again, she had like done quite a few projects.
Okay.
In Ghana, and obviously, you know, when you're young, you don't realize like what goes into it. You just think, oh yeah, my family's got a house here, and even on my dad's side as well. You know, like in near Makola, there's quite a lot of like shops, like, and a lot of that land is like my dad's side of the family own it and stuff. So I guess entrepreneurial spirit was always been there. But then, like as I said to you earlier, like my year of return, which was like, I guess 2009,
years ago,
2010. I started going back and then got involved, and initially through my mum just started like learning about the trade of like development of property and stuff. So from basics of, you know, putting the team together, your plumbers, your masons, learning how they work, seeing it, and then realizing what you've got to do. And then that just sort of like started building, and then started a project in Spintex of apartments, and it's just been like steady building, like literally steady building, and just steady growth. And yes, it's a whole nother industry that is not easy.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
So do you do that just in Ghana, or do you do that in the UK as well?
No, just in Ghana.
Just in Ghana.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's a bit controversial, but you know the whole UK property thing. I don't know like about it. I know it's like the norm. Hey, everybody must have a mortgage and everybody must buy a house here and stuff. But there's lots of countries that don't really believe in that. Like they just rent. They just see it as, well, if you get a mortgage, it's not yours until you've paid off that last penny anyway. So kind of, who are you kidding, kind of thing.
So would you say your heart's more in Ghana?
Property wise, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, in terms of property, definitely.
Okay, so back to being a composer. Are you a songwriter as well?
I do co-write songs and write songs sometimes solely as well. I don't know if I'd call myself a songwriter
as such,
but I can get involved in songwriting, which I do.
Which you do.
Yeah.
And have you done that on your recent track, Tingy Ningy?
So
what is it about this song that's like, I know it excites you, because
no, do you know what excites
I want to get you excited.
What excites me
what excites you about this song?
Is how people pronounce it. I've heard so many, it's just hilarious.
Why Tingy Ningy? Who wrote the song?
So Tingy Ningy is a phrase that...
Okay, you said this, say it again.
Tingy Ningy.
Tingy Ningy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nearly there, I'll give you 7 out of 10. No, so that phrase, Kelvin Boy came up with that.
Okay.
Yeah, so where I was with him when he came for Ghana Party in the Park.
Okay, did you meet him here or did you meet him in Ghana?
No, met him here.
Oh, you met him here?
Yeah. Shout out to Nana Diamond. We connected. And we just, like, initially we just hung out, and then went to support him at the Ghana Party in the Park, which was dope this year. So many great acts came down.
Okay.
And then went back to the hotel, and we were just vibing, and I had like my stuff with me, like laptop and stuff. He had his stuff.
Okay.
And I had the track already, like the instrumental I already had. So played it to him, and like straight away, he was like, "Yo, let's put something down." And he works quite quick, so he literally started putting down some verses and stuff. And then after that, I reached out to Angel.
Yeah. West London.
Exactly, West London.
West London boy.
Come on.
West London man.
Yeah,
boy.
so we were at an event actually that a good friend of mine, Ox, put on. Ox runs a brand called Bound to Blow. Okay. And there was like a brand new festival in West London that he'd launched. So we were both guest like judges for the Bound to Blow part, which was like a talent.
Bound to Blow?
Yeah.
I think I heard of that.
Yeah, so Bound to Blow back in the day, a lot of the grime artists from Kano, Wiley, all those guys, Lethal, it was like DVDs, like mixtape DVDs. So if you got the series, Bound to Blow series, like you'll see all of them when they were young, like trying to get on Bound to Blow. Yeah, he's got like a crazy archive of stuff.
Okay, interesting.
So anyway, so because me and Angel was on the panel, we got talking. Obviously, we always saw each other in West anyway.
Yeah.
We was like, yeah, we keep saying we got to get in the studio, and I was like, actually, I've got something you might like. Sent it to him, and yeah, he liked it. He sent it back like quite quickly.
Okay.
Done his bit, sent it back, and then Kimani.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna...
Yeah, Kimani, I actually met in uni because I was in uni like.
Oh, recently, yeah.
Recently, yeah.
Okay.
So we met in uni because we were in the same like class more or less.
Okay, and he sang on Stormzy's track.
Yeah, so he performed on Top of the Pops on Christmas Day with Stormzy doing what's the track called again?
It's the gospel one, isn't
it? Yeah.
Oh,
Blinded by Your Grace.
That's it. Yes.
And Blinded by Your Grace, and yeah, we connected. So we were at the hotel. I was at the hotel with Calvin Boy, and I said to Kimani, "Yeah, just come down and just hang out." Because we started working on tracks together. Okay. We'd already done a track with Manifest for my project. Manifest really liked his vocals, so we were like, so I just wanted to kind of get him into like the scene, the Afrobeat scene. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Even though he's got his own kind of vibe.
Angel?
No, Kimani.
Okay.
So he came down, and we were all vibes in and stuff, and then Calvin Boy heard him sing and was like, "Yo, this guy's like really good." So Calvin Boy posted him on his socials because he'd done a small cover, and I was playing keys. He'd done a small cover of one of his songs. And in the end, we were like, "Yo, let's get him on the track." Do you know what I mean? So he quickly done a little verse onto the track as well. Okay. And it's really cool because everyone brings a different kind of vibe.
Yeah, I listened to it a few times and I was like, this song's really, it's nice.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, it's a really good song. I wish I actually listened to it earlier.
Yeah.
And not this week, but you know.
Well, I mean, it's
been out since September.
It's been out, but the thing is, like, for the release campaign, for this particular track, we've like deliberately kind of like dragged it out a bit because we wanted it to like warm up for Christmas and stuff. So the video hasn't dropped yet. It's gonna drop like this week.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about the video.
Yeah, video comes out this week.
Did you manage to get all the artists together?
Well, you'll see. But I mean, we shot in quite a few different locations. So we shot some in Portugal. We shot some in Ghana. We shot some in London, and there's even a scene that's shot in Qatar.
Qatar?
Yeah, but it all makes sense when you see the video.
So he was in Qatar?
You'll see the video. Yeah, so, but it was fun. It was fun, like, getting the guys together.
Do you feel like you enjoy working with Afrobeat artists more than... the UK artists.
Wow. I mean, no. I think
is it something? Are you trying to bring back? I mean, they're all collaborating now.
Everyone's collaborating now anyway. So I mean, I just do what I love. Like I just do music. Like today I might do Afrobeats. Tomorrow I might be in R&B mode. Like, and I know like it goes against the rules and all of that.
Because in the past you've done dance music. You've done everything, haven't you? Literally.
I just like music. I just think in this
day and age... But you look so simple. You don't... Like, if someone saw you walking down the street, they wouldn't even think you're...
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. You know, I just think there's no rules, music, you know. Of course, don't get me wrong. Like, there are people who... It's like the job thing. People focus on particular genres and they just hammer on that. I more like to see it as whichever genre I do, you'll still hear Myx Quest in there. Because if I do dance, it's not gonna sound 100%.
So what do you hear in one of your?
Well. I tell you what. Go on Spotify, go on Apple Music, check out Escape from No. But see, if you check out Escape from the Hard Drive album, right? So that's like a mixtape kind of album I did a few years ago. It had people like J Soul from Ghana or Irene Logan or Yapono, but then it had them on with tracks, like collaborating with people who are from here who aren't even really singing no more.
Wow.
But the sound just worked. Do you know what I mean? So like I'm a believer of the craft. Like it's not all the time that it needs to be a name, or sometimes it's just about the craft.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
So there's different vibes on there. There's like R&B, kind of like nostalgic 90s kind of vibe stuff. There's all sorts. Okay. So even with like Tingalingy, like some people are like, yeah, it doesn't really sound 100% Afrobeats. Yeah, I just love music.
So apart from this new track, Tingalingy, what else? What other Afrobeat artists are you working with at the moment? What?
So done a track with Manifest. We're supposed to be doing a couple more.
Okay.
Quissy Alpha.
Yeah,
as well.
He was on my flight actually.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
So yeah, Quissy Alpha got a dope track, and who else? B for Bona. He's dope. I think he's just. You've never heard of B for Bona? Yeah, he's a big artist. Yeah,
really?
And he's really different as well.
Okay.
Like a really, really kind of like different kind of like artist. He's dope. There's a few others that you know we're gonna get in. I mean, previously worked with guys like Sark, Nifia.
Yeah,
those guys.
You've worked with everyone.
Try and catch.
That's why you're on the show. That's
them.
why you're on GoalDiggers, because you know it's all about bringing to light people that are doing great things in their communities.
I just think it's just building. Really, I'm just trying to build like
societies and professions.
Brick by brick. You know?
But yeah, you're not an underdog. You're a big guy, but you're like a mogul. You're like a P. Diddy of
Wow, these are big like phrases.
Yeah, you're like a P. Diddy of
Ghana.
I'm
just Myx from Bush. I'm just Myx from Bush. I'm cool
P.
with
Diddy,
that.
Man.
You know, nah, I don't know about P. Diddy. Yeah.
So do you think you'd ever sing like?
Nah.
Because you know all these producers, they're like singers, like techno and.
No.
Are you sure, Myx?
Yeah.
Can you sing?
I don't think so. No.
I
know, like I do vocal production, so like I know what I want to hear, and I can direct a singer to what I want to hear.
But you're in the video, like I've seen a clip of your new video. You're all in there.
Yeah, just enjoying the vibe.
That's how it starts. Maybe a few years ago you wouldn't have been in a video.
Why not?
But
I've been in my last video. I was in the video as
Really?
well. Yeah, which I know you haven't seen, but it's cool. Go on my YouTube.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah, but no, singing, no, I don't think that's me, no.
So you're just always going to be the composer and...
I like the music to speak.
Okay.
Listen, there's singers, let singers sing. I'm not a singer. I used to rap, but I'm not, that's like a while back.
And how do you, juggle all this with marriage and you got a little baby boy?
Yeah, well, boy, he's not a baby no more, mate.
How old
2.5.
Yeah,
he's
with a lovely name.
Yeah, Legacia.
I wanted to ask you how you came up with that name because it's quite interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, I just made it up. It's like Legacy and
Isaiah.
Josiah. Yeah.
So pronounce it again.
Legacia.
Wow.
Yeah, but listen, he's busy. He's on BBC doing BBC shows and stuff.
I've seen.
So yeah.
This is just like entrepreneurial family.
Good for him.
Tapping into different markets.
Yeah, look, life, you're only here once, people aren't here for long, so I just think whilst you're here, at least enjoy what you're doing, enjoy the life you've been given. Otherwise, what's the point of waking up every day miserable going to work? If you enjoy what you're doing, great.
So back to your new track, are you going back to Ghana this Christmas?
Yeah, it's looking like it,
Yeah.
I haven't bought my ticket yet, though.
So what's the deal?
If you want to sponsor ticket, please. BA is okay. KLM2 and you're bad. So
what's the plan in terms of promoting the single over the Christmas period whilst you know, there's going to be everybody in.
Yeah,
Ghana.
so
there's going to be the Americans,
yeah, I mean,
everyone's going to be down there.
I've got great support already on radio,
Mm-hmm.
like in Ghana. Shout out to Abeku Santana, shout out to Andy Dorsey, shout out to DJ NY,
Mm-hmm.
shout out to, I mean, IBB, Ibrahim. I mean, so many people really supporting out there.
Yeah.
The next thing is obviously getting the video out, so it's going to be on Foresight and all of those stations. And then, yeah, just get it out there for people to enjoy. So people, when it drops this week, share it. Let me know what you think.
I missed that one important thing.
Whoa.
Yes. You're a board trustee.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Uncle James.
This guy,
Uncle James is probably watching it now. He's probably watching cussing me. Because the thing is, I've got so much love for him. He's got so much love for me. And I'm just like, I'm just terrible with like phones and stuff. And Uncle James is always like messaging. He'll message you like, because he's like the top tech guy. He's on Skype. He's on Instagram. He's on Facebook.
To be honest,
he's on WhatsApp. He's on.
At
No,
his age,
I'm telling
seriously.
you, 90 years old.
And he's on all
There's
these...
no excuses. You can't say you can't get hold of him. He's there.
And he's doing everything himself.
Himself, yeah.
Okay, so you're a board trustee for the James Barnor. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I brought for Sam.
My pronunciation is terrible.
No.
How did you start working with James? I mean, how did that all come about? Because
so,
it's quite big. It's quite big.
Yeah, so back in like 2011, some of my old school mates, shout out to Kofi Ameni Ampong, he's like a brother to me, schoolmate, and a friend of ours, also from school, Lord Ayi, reached out to us and said, hey, look guys, have you heard of this guy called James Barnor? If you want to invest in something, you should check him out, right? So we checked him out, and he's literally like the first photographer in Ghana, brought colour photography to Africa, more or less.
Okay.
He's an absolute legend. He's had stuff shown in the Tate Britain, V&A Museum, South Africa museums, like all around the world, Paris, blah blah blah, right? So I checked out his stuff and I was like, wow, this stuff's like amazing. And they're all pictures of Ghana, early Ghana, of Gold Coast, pictures of Kwame Nkrumah when he was a boy, like iconic stuff. But they'd never been shown in Ghana.
Wow.
Which made no sense. So I got really interested. Business partner Kofi got really interested. Then I met him that same year at Goober Awards.
Okay.
Funny enough, that year we were one of the sponsors.
Okay.
So met him at the Goober Awards, and then got talking to him, and then I said to him that I wanted to like do an exhibition in Ghana of his works. And maybe he thought, this guy's just talking. So he had an exhibition in South Africa. A couple of months afterwards, I flew out to South Africa, spent some time with him. And then summer in 2012, we done the first exhibition of his works in Ghana. The exhibition was called Ghana, a Heritage Ever Young.
Wow.
And then, since then, I mean, now everyone knows him. And he's like everywhere, which is just so great to see. And
you did something last year at the British High Court?
Yeah, so we brought the pictures back out again.
Does that look like a really cool event?
Yeah, it was
at
really
the time
cool.
I was like, what's that all about? But now I know what it was all about.
Yeah, so I managed to connect with the British High Commission through a good friend of mine, Jasmine, who's doing amazing stuff there. She's like head of diaspora over there. My other good friend who used to be there called Salasi Nikbe. And the first leg of it was when the royal visit happened. Prince Charles and Camilla came to Ghana. So when they came, there was like a massive tour, and we got to show the pictures, like display the pictures again at Jamestown Cafe. And I got to meet him, Prince Charles briefly, and Uncle James wasn't there at the time, but we kind of like Skyped. This is what I'm saying, we FaceTimed him and stuff, got to chat. And then...
so you FaceTimed James with Prince Charles?
No, it was just before he came.
Oh, okay.
Because the protocol wouldn't allow.
Okay.
But he did send a personal message actually
to him.
Yeah, he did.
So
like,
he acknowledged his work.
He really liked it. Yeah. Wow. And then this year, the British High Commission celebrated his 90th birthday, which we were a part of. So we got to like show the pictures again and do like a mini exhibition again. So that was like another time where we were back. This time Uncle James was there.
Okay.
But also earlier this year we done a collaboration with Gooba, where we done honorary kind of party for him in the UK at the October Gallery.
Okay.
So he's had loads of parties. There was one in Paris as well.
Yeah.
So that man is busy. You
Wow.
know. So and then you know he gave me the honor of being part of his foundation, which we set up and finally been set up. It took a while to go through. So the James Barnard Foundation is officially up and running.
Wow.
Yeah.
Myx, I mean, you do a lot. And there's quality in everything that you do.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
You know, I respect you, honestly.
I respect you. This is quality.
Thank you. You know.
This is good. Like, this is really, really good. You know,
Thank you for supporting me and coming on the show. I mean,
come
equally.
on. Thanks for having me.
Vice
This is like
versa.
great. I feel honoured.
It's been amazing. So before you go, how can people access your new track? And guys, go and listen because it's not a joke. Like, I've been listening to it for the last 2 days. I love it. And my son's been doing all dances.
Oh, yeah. So he can get involved in the challenges. Yeah, we're going to launch a couple.
Oh, you're going to start that video challenge stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Yeah, the track's on YouTube. Yeah, the video's not, but the lyric video's on YouTube.
Oh, the lyric video?
Yeah.
Oh, only, okay.
Okay, cool.
Okay, we're going to play it in the studio so we can get a bit hot in here.
Yeah. So, yeah, you can find me on all social medias. Just Myx Quest, MYXQEST. Instagram, Facebook. What else is out there? Twitter.
You're on everything.
All of that stuff. Yeah.
Myx Quest.
Yeah.
Okay, and what can we expect from you, Myx? What haven't you done that you know, what's your next challenge to tackle in your entrepreneurial journey?
I think it's just like building what's
there already.
What's there, yeah. I think, you know, I don't really see anything else that I want to do. I think I'm happy with the stuff that's there foundation-wise. And it's just like really building that kind of stuff and just leaving a good legacy, really.
Okay. Are we going to play the track? Yes.
Yep. Oh, wow, you're going to play it?
Before we go?
Before we go, why not?
Why not?
But if we play, then you got to do some moves.
No, I can't.
Show us
not
some
today.
moves. What do you mean not today?
I'm really shy.
Looking super fly.
Really?
Like this? Come on.
This is just normal.
Show us something.
So what about you? Are you much of a dancer yourself?
Not really, but you know, if there's stuff happening, why not? Not if I have to, if I feel a vibe,
and you just
bust a move.
Okay. So guys, we're waiting for the tune to play. In the meantime, oh, it's playing? No, not yet. Okay. Yeah, so we're waiting for the song to come on.
So did you say, are you coming Ghana?
No.
Oh, that's a straight no.
Yeah,
why not?
I don't do Ghana peak seasons.
Oh, you don't do Ghana peak season?
I haven't been to Ghana for Christmas since 2010.
Oh, wow. Okay. Why is that?
I like to see, and spending time with the children.
Okay, family.
Stuff like that, yeah.
Yeah.
But next year I'll probably take them. Cool. They'll be able. I want to take them when they're able to enjoy Ghana. Yeah, because I remember when we were younger and we'd go. What would you do?
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, apart from.
I do think it's gonna be really hectic though. I think it's gonna be like super hectic.
It's gonna be because even on a normal day in Ghana,
on a normal Christmas,
hectic.
It's hectic.
Okay, the song's playing.
I don't know why it's breaking. I think it's like.
Yeah, probably the internet connection. Yeah. Okay, so I think we've played a little bit of the song. We had a little bit of a connection problem, but you've got the vibe, guys. Go listen.
Yeah.
And you've let us know where people can get the track.
Yeah, so Myx Quest. Yeah, you can get the track.
No, the actual track.
Yeah, so the track is on YouTube, so you can just go to youtube.com/Myx Quest. Subscribe. If you subscribe, then you'll know when the video is coming out.
Okay.
So we're doing a premiere. So it's coming out this week. We'll let you know what day. Yeah.
Okay, send it to us so we can put it up on Omega Live and
Omega Live TV.
Yes. So we've had you on GoalDiggers. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I know GoalDiggers, and you know all day I kept saying Gold Diggers, and I was like, No, it's not GoalDiggers, it's GoalDiggers.
Yeah, everyone says that, but it's
no, but it's a really good name. Yeah, it makes sense.
Thank you. But thank you, Myx Quest, for joining me in the studio.
Thank you. It's been great.
And all the best with all
the best with the show.
Like, when you're big and you're big already, but when you're like when you're massive.
Listen, when you're on ITV, you know, prime time.
Amen.
Give me a shout and be like, yo, you can come and continue.
Yeah, that would be great. But yeah, it's been great having you in the studio and. You know, finally it's happened.
Yeah, finally,
so all the best with the single.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, so we've had Myx Quest in the studio and we're running out of time, so we've really got to go, guys. But thank you for tuning in. It's not too late to share. This show is still going to be available on Omega Live on YouTube and Omega Live on Facebook. Hit that like button so you can get updates of all our weekly shows. Thank you guys for watching.